Hi, hello, and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be going over the 3 beginner stages of progression in Factory Town Tycoon. So, before we start, I'm just going to say, this is going to go from you are just starting right in the game to maybe your first 5 to 10 hours in the game, alright? I'm not going to go too crazy in depth. I'm going to focus more on the stages of automating your factory, not so moving up in the tech tree per se. But that being said, I am going to reset my recipes real quick. Alright, so first things first, your very first factory. It's going to be a carpenter and a sawhorse. Everyone's been here, even I, all those many years ago. So we are going to chop down a tree with our, definitely not the foot-up wagon. We're gonna take it over to our sawhorse. On. And first things first, we're just gonna get chopping. Then we got a pillar. Now we gotta bring it into planks. And we get 2 planks. But we need 4 for our so we gotta chop again. Oh, I think I got 1 too many pieces of wood. That's fine. Then we want to get our nails. Put that in there. Now we gotta chop and make our pillar so we can make a bench. And this is the very first part of making a factory. This is what we call a manual factory. So a manual factory can be as simple as this, or you can start throwing in some automation while this is still a manual factory, because you still have to put everything in. We are on to that, and we're done with that. We can make your very first wooden bench. So, what have we done? So, you've spent your first bits of money on a carpenter and your wagon, alright? Now you're going to want to make sure that you are So you're going to want to make sure that you are doing all your beginner tutorial quests, because those are going to give you a bunch of money that can go so far. Alright? So, now, you're going to go ahead and sell your first bench. Now you're going to want to go to the town exports. I am just being lazy right here. In fact, you might also want to look into making tables too. You can switch it up, seeing what's going to make you the most money. Alright, so next up, we're going to try and build 2 carpenters and some saws, alright? So, it's going to be a bit more expensive, but if you look at it, it's just all stuff you're already using, alright? So, you're going to have to go buy your nails still, but it's okay. Because now we're going to try and unlock our saw for 25, and you should still have plenty of money at this point. And our wood saw, it's just some pillars and nails, alright? So, we're going to try and get 2 for over here, and then 1 for there. So, we can chop down our tree, quote unquote. I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. Okay. So we can chop down our tree, put our nails in, then we can throw in. I got it. We're gonna pretend this got chopped. But as you can see, this is super simple. Just gotta make sure everything is the right direction. But yeah, so just 2 saws, a carpenter, a conveyor corner, a T-joint, another saw. And look at that. You can put, you don't have to chop anything, so you can just throw your wood in, throw your nails in, and then run off and go ahead and chop another tree. Pretty awesome. And there goes your bench. So, now we're gonna look at our next one. I'm just gonna show you how this works for the first bit. So I'm loading us all up on some nails and some logs. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna pull on up to our transport unloader. So this is our next step in our technological development, alright? This is what we call a semi-auto factory. And if you look, it's looking pretty similar to what we just had with a tiny bit more conveyors. And then this guy right here and this guy right here. Then we have our transport loaders and unloaders. This guy you don't really need, but this guy's pretty nice to have. So you just come over here, press your activate button. Activate. Interesting. Kind of odd that it is being funky. Okay, so just an FYI, I am on a test branch, so you shouldn't be having that bug in the main server, but what would happen is all your logs start coming out right over here, and they start going on the conveyor. And what this advanced sorter is going to do is it allows you to set a ratio, and this ratio can make sure that you are not having to deal with organizing all your logs. You are able to just drop everything off. Oh no, I forgot to do a thing. That's my bad. Our nails are getting dropped in. They go up on here and fall down, ideally, but I don't think that's happening right now. It seems a bit cursed right now, but it's all fine. This game is all about a bunch of trial and error. Oh no! Like I said, lots of trial and error. I don't know how the pillar get in there. So, there's a reason there's a better saw than this, but can't wait for that right now, can't wait. So, next, we're going to put our wagon all the way around over here. Get over to this guy right here. Okay. And what you're gonna see is that when you have something going through those conveyors, so you just dropped everything off. And look at that. goes right into your wagon. So this is what I would say is the last bit of the beginner stage of Factory Town Tycoon. This is where you start getting into some pretty crazy factories. So this is what we call a semi-auto factory, where you can input stuff in and you get processed stuff out. Then factories that I mainly build now that I'm in late game are autos and full autos. And those are factories that make all the resources themselves and then process them. So you don't have to touch them at all. And an auto is basically one that you need to supervise, and a full auto is one that can run overnight without any issues. But as you can see, you're just getting loaded up with a full... I don't think that was even a full wagon, and I already have 4 benches, so it's not too bad. Now, I'm going to go over how these new guys are working, okay? So I'm first going to go over, so obviously we need a conveyor in our conveyor corner and these guys, but then, so why am I not using this conveyor splitter even though it's much cheaper than this one? Because this one sucks so much, alright? So we're just going to look at the difference in price real quick. So this is a motor and this is a coil. If we look in our buy shop, you'll see a motor, steam engine is 300 gold and a coil is 50 gold. Now that's super expensive at this point in the game, but it is so worth it. Because with this guy, it's just going willy-nilly all over the place and you can't control it, and this loves to get jammed, especially with logs. Because with the amount of logs that come out of this at once, that is just going to get jammed. It's going to be more of a hassle than any ease of work it actually is. So I think it's worth it to splurge on probably around 500 it's going to cost you to get this dual splitter. And then in the process of where is it? My head is... Yes. So then, you're also going to want to try and get this conveyor sorter. Because with what this you can do is you can place this down. And you can make the nails bypass this splitter. So, for our nails, we can bypass the splitter. And I got the angle wrong right there, but once again, it's just full trial and error. In fact, something that you can actually do is do a little shenanigan like this. And actually, you're going to want the small conveyor. This is a pretty cool building trick, because the top of this is a small conveyor. So if we actually remove that, put another short conveyor, and then I'm going to turn on my cheat mode real quick. And then if we do our corner right here, then we can corner again. And then we're going to want to corner one more time. And this is going to be much more reliable with the nails. Because then you can build right there and look at that. So now, if you put our nails on here, jeez, why is this being so annoying? Okay. Oh, one more time. that we, bam, move this guy away. Pop our short conveyor down. And we, bam, bam, and bam. Wonderful. Then we get rid of the middle short conveyor. And we put our sorter right back there. And what this does is you don't have to worry about anything, and you can just plop everything. Okay. Well, that's not supposed to be doing that. Well, I think it's been a bit glitchy with its pickup. But as you can see, it just plops down right there. And you no longer have any worries in the world. So, with that, you can put stuff in, take stuff out, and it's just a nice breeze. Alright, I hope that helped you with understanding how to get through the beginning stages of the game. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Have a great day and have fun playing. Bye bye!